Hi, and welcome to Andy's Let's Plays. Today we're playing Tera. Hi guys, welcome back to episode number 115 of Andy's Big Sorcerer Let's Play. We are in Velica. We just got done with our dungeon and whatnot. Looks like we've got a new option for a weapon, level 50 Sorcerer disc that's got some more attack but lower impact, and it is not 4 slots since it's only blue. As a result, I think I'm going to hold off and just keep using our Disc of Fervent Hope, since that's comparable, I think. But since we've reached level 54, we're going to go ahead to the Sorcerer Trainer and see if there are any new skills to learn. Looks like a new level of Fireball, new level of Arcane Pulse, Void Pulse, and Retaliate. So, very cool. Nice upgrades to our abilities, and I dare say, fortunately, nothing new in terms of abilities, which is nice since it's not going to throw off a rotation or anything like that. So, since we've completed our other quests and we have no zone quests currently, our next step is going to be to head to Alamanthia, where we should be able to talk to Freya and see what's new. So I'm going to go ahead and fly over to Alamanthia, and oh, unread messages X1. I think I know what this is. We're going to go ahead back up to the banker real quick, actually, and gather our messages, but I believe that this should be a reward from the Valkyrian Federation for us completing a dungeon through the Dungeon Finder system. And those rewards give us the egg-type presents. We go to Parcel Post, Valkyrian Federation, there we go. Accept that, and delete the message. There we go. So now we've got this present. It's Valkyrian's response that we can crack open, and what do we get? An Anarchic Concac. So where did that go? I'm furious. Hunter. Oh, wow, we have a Hunter's Concac. That's pretty cool. Oh, we got an Anarchic one. I see. Decreases damage by 7% from bosses. So those are supposed to be pretty good. I think later on people use them for tanking a fair amount and stuff like that.
I've been training too, you know.
Oh,
You're a strong one.
that's the guild bank. Regular bank. There we go. I'm just gonna store a few things like dye, oxbow badge. Yeah, that's about it. Alright, and we are going to go ahead to Alamanthia, so I will be right back over there. Okay, we've made it to not Velica, Alamanthia. And of course our teleport jaunt never works quite right in this area. I don't know whether it's just having issues with the different models of the stairs and stuff, or if it's the elevation change, or what's going on with it. Alright, so we are going to need Freya's help in defeating Kelsaic. So, we need to go through into the Alamanthia headquarters, yes, and find Freya. I believe she'll be in the Alamanthia headquarters. I don't know where else she would be. I think the quest says Alamanthia headquarters too. So let's see. Yeah, meet with... Yeah, it says Alamanthia HQ, so that should be the right place. Yep, there she is. So Freya, what's up? Kelsaic, we need your help. There we go. Good, good. Go to Elvar. Speak with Elvar and get information about Sailoron in the crypt. Alright, so this is leading us to our next big area. Elenia. Or Elenia. And based on the amount of time that I've spent there on my Lancer, it's gonna be a bit of a long place. So.
Let us reason together.
Alright. We're gonna have a lot of fun going around Elenia. Fighting stuff and all that, so this is gonna be interesting. I don't really know my way around very well, but I think I have a general idea of where we're going to be headed. So we're going to head back to the flight point over here so that we can catch a Pegasus down to our new zone. And yeah. So fortunately, with our new abilities, we'll be dishing out even more damage than usual. So between, yep, there we go, Valilenium and the capital town or capital city, whatever, there of Hyenas. So with our new abilities, we should be dishing out more damage than ever. And dang it, we can't open glyphs. I wonder if there's a... Oh, that's help. I'm not going to mess around with my keybinds trying to figure out if there's a keybind to open glyphs directly. Oh, that jumped into place suddenly. Normally they're very good about distance terrain rendering well. Sometimes I find when flying near Alamanthia, it gets kind of buggy about loading this stuff up. Like, if I don't look at it until we get closer, then it's like it just doesn't load it up, so I don't know. It gets a little irritating, but I'm sure that there's a good reason for that. It shouldn't be that my computer's too slow. It's operating quite fine in terms of CPU and RAM and all that, so I don't know what the deal is, but for whatever reason, that happens. Yeah, so let's see here. Mana Siphon, somebody mentioned, you know, oh, they thought it was an instant cast. It is, sort of. I think you can, if you just hit the button, you can cast it instantly, but it's not as effective. If you charge it up, then you can release and cast it instantly when you release, and then it's more effective. So, you know, it's kind of instant cast. It just has a charge up ability, which makes it not so instant of an instant cast. So, oh my god, that is a giant skeleton. Wow. These are, okay, camera, thank you. I was looking at that. These are all giant skeletons. It's like a bunch of sky whales got skeletoned up on all these mountains. Alright, Tutor Exul. Go ahead and accept that, since I don't know where I'll be headed. Ooh, here's another quest. Gala, what's up? I'll accept yours too. Maybe kill 10 wandering hellhounds. And if you're brave. And the imprisoned god. Alright. Speak with Legia and get information about Sailoron. And here's another one.
Get to the point.
Back to work. Port to Arish. So, let's see. We got stuff in Torexel, we got stuff in Wormgorge, Sienna Canyon, and this one, which is in a place called Doom Crypt, which sounds really intimidating. Okay. And looks like we got one other questy thing over here we gotta turn in. So here's Serenon. Tutor Exul, got it. Rasp-Tusk Sabertooth. Alright. Well, I think our first quest, let's go into our quest log, see what level these are. I'm gonna go ahead and abandon our old group quests. Yes. Yes. And yes. And then Blowback. This is Ascent of Saravash stuff. We'll hang on to it, I guess, but we're not likely to do this one. And then Story Quests, we're working on the Imprisoned God. So, alright. First things first, looks like Hellhound on the Trail and Back to Work are both reasonable, sort of lowish level quests. So those are our 54s, so we'll go after them first. If we head over in this direction, any other quests? No. Alright, so looks like the Wandering Hellhounds are here. So we're going to go ahead and take out some of those. We'll try out our new Fireball and other abilities. There we go, we'll blink through, and now we can hit him with some brand new Fireballs. Wow, these guys are pretty resilient. Interesting. Alright, one thing that I want to do real quick. I'm going to drop a Fireplace, and then use Charm, and another charming item. So Minor Speed Charm, Major Tenacity, and heck yes, a Greater Infused. So there we go, we got some Greater Infused, and that will make it real easy, I would say, but really it's just easier for us to have a good amount of mana. So that's excellent. And bam. And so we gotta kill, I think, 10 of these Wandering Hellhounds. Yep. There we go. And they should be all over the canyon here. I'm just gonna track them. Yep. Looks like they range up and down this canyon, so we'll just be taking them out. Not a difficult quest, but one that needs doing nonetheless. Not all quests are just super important saving the world stuff. Sometimes you just gotta take out the hyenas that happen to be hanging out in a big, huge pack right outside the gate of the peaceful city. Oh my goodness, what is that? That sounds like some sort of an alarm. Alright, jump backwards. There we go. Good. So, from what I've seen so far, this looks like kind of another deserty zone. I don't have a major problem with that. I kind of like deserty zones because they feel less hostile in some ways than like the really wintry ones, and less creepy than the really swampy ones. So, I don't know. I think this is like the third, maybe the fourth deserty zone that we've encountered. Because, I don't know, I'm having trouble keeping track of them offhand, but the important thing is there's good quests here. There we go. I'll try and restore a little mana, steal a little. I guess this guy's got like no mana to steal, which is an important thing to try and figure out. I thought that basically every creature had mana, since basically every player has mana, at least to some extent. But maybe that's not the case. So, there we go. Blast him, blast him. Storm me. Miss. Magma Bomb. No, don't run out of the way. Stupid Wandering Hellhound. Hey, we killed him with Retaliate. Cool. Alright, and we'll go after another one. So we only need to kill 4 more Hellhounds and then we're done with this quest. Believe me, this is much faster on this character than it is trying to do all this on the Lancer. That's the nice thing about leveling the Sorcerer. I think that at low levels, the Lancer's kind of a lot easier, personally, because you get the fast dungeon groups, and you can, well, even aside from the dungeon groups, just soloing as a Lancer, I think, is easier at low levels, since you basically don't have to really worry about damage all that much. But once you get to high levels, I think soloing is probably easier as a Sorcerer or other high DPS class. I've heard Slayer is pretty easy, but my reasoning is that the things do so much damage anyway that playing evasively and doing high DPS as a sorcerer is way better for solo leveling than being able to play defensively. Not take very much damage, but have like a long time. Like, it takes you a long time to dish out enough damage to kill something as a solo lancer. And that makes it really frustrating, because it's like, do I really want to spend 5 minutes fighting this hyena? You know, I exaggerate a bit, it doesn't really take you 5 minutes, especially if you glyph correctly and, you know, other things like that, but it's, you know, it's not great. It's not great DPS for obvious reasons. Lancers aren't designed to be super high DPS, which is fine. I mean, it's a trade-off. You sacrifice your ability to level solo for... Where do we have to turn this in? Hellhounds on the trail. Go to the crypt and search for Edgelon. Alright, well, I guess we're not going to Sienna Canyon yet. I think our next stop is going to be the Doom Crypt, which should be where Legia is. So that's good. But anyway, yeah, it's a trade-off since, you know, you're sacrificing your ability to solo level easily for the ability to get pretty much an instant dungeon queue whenever you want it. So that's kind of cool. You can level through dungeons fairly effectively, and one advantage of doing so is that you have quite a bit of chance to get item drops by doing so. So that's certainly very advantageous. And if you enjoy doing dungeons, then more power to you. The only downside to doing dungeons is that you have to tank, obviously. That's why you're in such high demand. So if you really don't enjoy tanking, or if you're just bad at it, or, you know, you don't have a connection that's good enough to let you sort of tank safely, I guess, like you tend to disconnect a lot or lag so badly that you can't keep track of the boss. While you might be able to get by as a DPS doing that type of thing, you're not going to get by as a tank. At least you normally won't. So, you know, if that's an issue, that can cause people trouble. Alright, so let's see. We wanna we're just gonna untrack the other things here real quick so that we can keep track of what we're doing. We've got missing rations. Those are in the cave here. Malodorous flowers are outside, and the Kokari ears are also outside, so looks like we're gonna be killing some Kokaris. Crypt Keeper Kokaris going down. Bam, bam, bam. Oh man, this one just said, "None shall pass." It's pretty great. Lord of the Rings reference for anybody that's paying attention in the crowd. Alright. There we go. Bam. Bam. And that's our storm. Good. I'm gonna try dropping another AoE on it. Oh. Hello. Great. Now I got two of them. Two of them angry at me. Well, only one now. Yeah, come get me, ugly. I want you to stay in the storm as long as you can. You keep running out of it. There we go. Nice. Alright, that's apparently I only get one. Oh, I guess if it's Kokari ears, I can see only getting one pair of ears per Kokari. I thought it was like all 10 of them are Kokari Kolkari ears, individual ears. So I should get 2 per Kolkari, but whatever. Love throwing all this stuff at them all at once. That puts a big strike of damage on them initially, and it just makes it seem like they die faster. So it's fairly impressive to realize that with rested XP, we're basically getting 100,000 XP per kill. And that's a lot of experience. It means 10 guys is 1,000,000 XP, and it only takes us something like 40 million or so to level up. So, I mean, if you really wanted to. Sorry, did I say 100 guys is 1,000,000? No, I meant 10 guys is 1,000,000. Only takes us about 40 million to level up. So, if you were so inclined, I think you could kill about 400 mobs and get yourself a level. Now that would be providing you had non-stop rested XP, which is unfortunately not the case. However, I think those experience potions offer something akin to non-stop rested XP for an hour or so after you use them. So, hey, what is a Skyflight tunic? We're gonna have to check that out. Go in here, Skyflight tunic, level 53 or above. Lower stats than what we have. However, if we try it on, it's the old long arm robe. So something we've already seen. It's a nice robe. We're not gonna use it, both because it's worse in stats and it's something we've seen before. So gather that up and keep gathering malodorous flowers as well. But yeah, the nice thing is, since one of the fairly recent patches, we should be able to use pretty much anything as a template, at least for weapons, and I think for armor as well. Which means that if we want, we can make our armor at level 60 look like pretty much whatever we wanted to. I'm just trying to gather a flower. Couldn't just let me gather it. Alright. So, looks like we need 2 more Kolkari ears, and we are good on flowers. So, that's good. Good. Blast them. And I'll fight the Kolkari some more from this side. Nice. Let's see what we're up to. We are at 314 gold. We were higher. I think we were probably around, I don't know, 380, 400, something like that. But since we just used 100 of our gold to purchase new abilities, that goes away. So, you know, we have plenty of gold for right now, I think. Especially since we've got our Chrono Scroll that... Are you kidding me? What a jerk, going and getting his bro to help him out. Alright, let's see if we can... There we go. Try to kill off this Crypt Keeper. There we go. Good. Gather up this stuff. And we should be good to go back in here and turn these in. So we want to avoid the Kolkaris. No need to draw more attention to ourselves and fight more guys than we need to. And I think we can run right between them. Apparently not. It worked the first time, but this time we got an aggro.
Share a story with me.
Good. And... there we go. try to blink through him to pull him back into the thing again. There we go. Good. So now that that's taken care of, the missing rations come from the cruel gold maw hellhounds. So we're going to be looping around here and then heading along to try to take out some of those and get the rations back. Unfortunately, the cruel gold maw hellhounds appear to have the same kind of resilience that the guys near the city or town or whatever had, so they're pretty tough. I mean, I'm throwing a lot of stuff at this guy. There we go. Oh, not dead. There we go. Aw, we killed a scorpion. I'm sorry, Mr. Scorpion. Oh, and our whatchamacallit, their infused charm is gone. That explains that. I'm gonna go ahead and put on another infused well, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and put on another charm just because I know we only have like 4 minutes left, but it makes it a lot easier to quest. So we got Major Infused. Excuse me. Major Infused, Lesser Strength, Lesser Rigid. The Lesser Strength and stuff like that, they don't do me a huge amount of good, but I figure they can't hurt, and I've got the charms anyway, so why not use them, you know? So that's why we normally will apply all of those, not just the infused charm. Yeah, that's right. Stand in the middle of the hailstorm. God, they're just too dang fast. Bam! There we go. That shut them down. Alright, so we got 2 rations. Looks like here's another hellhound. I'm gonna restore my mana first. There we go. And now we'll take them on. Perfect, perfect. Able to lure in both directions through there. So he spent lots of time in the hailstorm, and that made taking him out not too bad. This one, on the other hand, not liking staying in the hailstorm, I guess. And okay, why? There we go. Oh, cool. Of course, he got up real quick and ran right out of there before I could hit him with that. So cool. What a jerk. Our low mana is really causing some... Oh, for the love of God, why? Respawning in my hailstorm? Not cool. Alright, let's see what we can do here. Try and cast this on this sucker. That caught him, I think. But I don't want to have another one respawn on me while we're trying to fight this one. So we gotta be careful here. Do that, and then that, and stand in it to try to pull him into this. Which slows them down, but like barely at all because they're so ridiculously fast anyway. There we go. Another one dead. Alright, good. Well, for right now, I think what we're going to go ahead and do is Safe Haven Teleport Scroll. And next time we're going to go ahead and... Oh god, Hyena, Hyena. Ah, you kidding me? Please tell me that didn't... like, use up a scroll? It did. Okay, cool. Hyenas are awful. I hate them. They're the absolute worst mob in the game. They're just pure evil. Alright, well, with that in mind, I guess we'll, I'm gonna head back to the town, and, that way we get rested XP. And next time we will go ahead back here, kill the next 5 hyenas, and continue to venture deeper into this crazy cave system, see what's next in our story quest. So, thank you guys for watching. Hopefully it was entertaining, and I'll see you next time. Bye!